Hello there, everybody. I'm back again. It's kind of like a corner to corner part 2, but it's really just the decrease. So if you don't know how to increase, go watch a video on that. I have one about that if you want on my channel. So yeah. So now that you're all increased out, what it really is a square. So you're like, hey, this doesn't look like a square. We're gonna make that a square. So what we're gonna do, let me get my yarn around here, is since we're all done, and instead of chaining 6, we're not gonna do that anymore. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna simply turn around. I like to go in the second one. We're just gonna slip stitch, and it's just across this one. And then we'll slip stitch into the chain 3 space. And now we'll just go on like it's normal. We'll chain 3, we'll go in a double crochet in our chain 3 space 3 times. And yeah, it's just as simple as that. And it'll just start to kind of decrease as you go along, and it'll start to look more and more like a square. We do our chain 3, we go in our chain 3 space, we double crochet 3 times. My needle is squeaky. And don't think I've let go of this stitch quite yet on this channel. It's not going anywhere for a little while because there's some pretty cool projects that you can do with this stitch. But we'll focus on the basics for right now. Because the decrease, it's really not too different from increasing. It's just not doing the chain 6 at the end of your row. I had to get more yarn there. And all that. Now it is kind of a little weird once it comes to this last thing here, because yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Now, a weird little thing that we're going to do now is all we're going to do is just slip stitch in this chain 3. All we're going to do. Because, as you know, we've already got our tallest point here and our tallest point here, or widest, whatever you want to really do. And then we're just going to flip it around, and you just put your hook in that second double crochet right there. And I kind of like to stretch this out a little bit because it'll bunch up there. So that's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to wrap that. So you just slip stitch across. And if you can tell, once you get to the end, you just slip stitch into that top one instead of doing more off of it. So it's all about slip stitches when you're decreasing, and you only do it that one time. I think that's what trips people up, is they want to do it a lot more than what they need to. I know that for the chain 6s too. They'll be like in the middle of their square and they just have this weird little chain 6 just off in the middle of their little square. Or especially my first time making a corner to corner square, I actually slip stitched like the entire row down because the site I looked that off of it was not very descriptive, and I kind of had to figure that out. But I think that's what trips people up the most about this stitch. So just be careful that that's the only time that you want to slip stitch or do your little chain 6 for the increase, because just like here, you only slip stitch in that top box, as they call it, box, or at least I think that's pretty what it's universally called in the crochet world. It's called a box. Okay. So now we just slip stitch in that, chain 3, and then we just flip it around, and then go in here. And I just like to pull it. Did you see how it kind of snapped over, and it gets a little more level? So you want to be careful to do that. But that's pretty much it. The decrease, it's not too hard, and you can see it's kind of becoming more of a square. But yeah, it's a simple little stitch once you get it down. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, this stitch, it's not gone from this channel. I will be doing some projects with it, and I've actually been kind of working my way at a kind of like a little lapgan kind of type thing. Some cool stuff. So don't think it's gone. So, but yeah, I wish I could crochet faster. That way I could be like, alright, snap my fingers, and there we go, it's all done. Actually, that is pretty much almost done. Because the decrease, it's easy. It's not supposed to be done. Because I only need one more square. I only need one more box. Come on. I just only need one more. So 1, 2, and then 3. There we go. I hate it when my yarn just does that. I don't like that phrase. And just, horrible stuff. We just slip stitch into the top there. Some people, they will go back and they'll slip stitch through here, but that's pretty much it. So we have our little square there. So that's pretty much the decrease, and that's pretty much the square. That's all I have for you, and thanks for watching, and as always, happy stitching!